Hey Hofstra fans, it's time once again for the WB Masons Coaches Report. I'm Rob Joyce, joined as always by the head coach of Hofstra softball, Bill Edwards. Coach, how are you?
Doing all right.
Now, you had the week off, so you had a weekend of just practice. How was the week?
Good. We had a great practice yesterday. We've been working on some things that we need to work on, which is why we take this week off, and hopefully the weather will be good for us for this coming weekend, because we don't want 2 weeks off. But it was a good week. Got a lot of things accomplished, got the team comfortable playing, and now it's a matter of just getting back to games.
Has it been frustrating with the snow the other day? You had a nice weekend, so you saw you were practicing actually on the soccer fields, but you had more rain today. Has it been difficult?
Yeah, it's something where you can't get in a good, solid, steady routine. Athletes need routine, our game needs routine, and the quicker we get into that routine, I think the better we're even going to be.
And when you have a week off, how do you handle the pitchers? Do they throw their normal amount, or how does that work?
We take them back to fundamentals, and we give them either endurance workouts, or we give them targets and ladder workouts, depending on what they need. Sometimes we have to take them back to fundamentals. So whatever it is that each individual pitcher needs on our staff, that's pretty much what we're working on. Livia is still favoring that ankle a little bit, so we're working a little bit with her a little bit differently than we normally would, and we're just trying to get everything together, and certainly having that week off helps us.
Is that kind of how it is for everyone, kind of whatever they need to work on, or just getting back to fundamentals for everybody?
Yeah, and it's getting them comfortable with what they're doing as an individual, and then as an individual we then have to put it together as a team. So we're doing a lot of individual work, with the players, and then we're working a lot on our system to make sure that we're free and easy, and making very quick decisions with where the ball has to go during that situation during the course of a game. And then we get to work on certain game situations so that we're comfortable when we get into those games, and it's the bottom of the 7th inning, we got a tying run on second base, or whatever pressure moment comes up, that we can just play the game.
And for the freshmen, is this almost an extended spring training where they can kind of relearn everything, get back to learning the systems?
Great point, and it is, because we have some freshmen that are right on the cusp of getting into that lineup, and it gives them an opportunity to get back to impressing the coaching staff and letting them know that they're ready to step into the lineup. And we have a couple of kids that are getting close.
And you mix and match lineups for the first couple of weeks. Is it starting to get to a kind of a set lineup for your Friday game or your Saturday game?
It's a lineup now that we're still toying with a little bit. We're still figuring out, okay, who's going to go where. And the unique thing about our sport is that we never know who's going to be up during that period of time. We can't substitute, and run somebody in and run an offensive play, or set a defensive, set, like a basketball team can or a football team can. We have to rely on where the ball's being hit. Hopefully it's being hit to the right person. We have to rely on the right hitter getting up at the right time during the course of the game. So the lineup, with the exception of first time through, really is irrelevant, because who knows who's going to be up during that period of time. But I think what we have is a solid lineup with some very meaningful players coming off of that bench that can add certain things during the course of the game. So we like where we are now, and now it's a matter of just getting into that game situation, getting into that game rhythm, and playing games, because that's what we need to do right now.
And Tori Roche, moved her up from the bottom of the lineup up to that 2 spot after she got off to that hot start. Is she adjusting to that well?
And that's the key, because sometimes when you take a hitter that's hitting in an 8 or a 9 spot, which is almost like a leadoff spot, because as soon as you go through the order, 8 and 9 become very similar to 1 and 2. But there's something in that number. So all of a sudden you take somebody who's hitting 8 and 9 and put them at 1 and 2, or take somebody that's hitting 1 and 2 and put them at 3 and 4. It sort of plays with her head a little bit, but it has not affected her at all, which is a great sign. So we like her at the top, and if she continues to do what she's doing up there, she's probably going to stay up there.
And this weekend you have the Hofstra Invitational. Is it nice to finally have a home game?
What was that again? I'm sorry.
We have the Hofstra Invitational this weekend, your first home games of this season. Is it nice to get back at home?
Oh, great to get back at home. Can't wait. Hopefully it won't rain on Saturday. Hopefully the field will dry out a little bit now, between now and the weekend. We'll get a couple of days, hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, where the field can get get dried out, and we can play some home games, which is pretty important for us.
Take on UConn and Central Connecticut State. What do you see from those two teams?
Very good teams, winning records, playing very stiff competition. Both have very good pitchers. Both playing very consistent defense. Both teams that if we don't come out and play our game can take a piece of you. So we're going to have to play well in order to be competitive against those teams. They are both very, very competitive teams within their conference and on the national level.
How do you pull out a couple of victories this weekend?
Got to play Hofstra softball. It's the same old stuff. We have to go out there. We have to pitch it well. Olivia's looking better. We have to play good, solid defense, and we've sort of talked about our defense being hot and cold. We've been fielding at about a 950 fielding percentage, and I told the team we have to get it to a 980. We have to improve our defense. We have to be more consistent, throughout the course of long periods of times, rather than just having a great play and then maybe kicking a couple. So we have to play real good, solid defense, and if we do that and get a timely hit, same old stuff, we'll be okay.
All right, Head Coach Bill Edwards, thanks for the time.
Pleasure.
Hofstra takes on Central Connecticut State and UConn this weekend. Check out GoHofstra.com for all the game information. I'm Rob Joyce. Thanks, Hofstra fans, for tuning in to the WB Mason's Coaches Report with Bill Edwards.